Welcome to the Muxall Open IoT channel. I am your host, Michael Crane. Alright, well, I've got it set up. This is the high voltage PCB, and we are going to be testing the 240 volt mains AC power to it, or AC power support I should say. So let me just show you what we got set up. This is the test bed. We'll start from this side over here. This is a voltmeter. It's going to be monitoring the low voltage coming out of the main PCB, out of the HV PCB. The variac. So I'm going to slowly turn up the AC power. I'm sorry, the AC voltage. And, you know, so, because I just don't want to just dump 240 volts on this PCB, and if there's a short or something's wrong with it, manufacturing defect, or heaven forbid a design defect, then or a component, you know, problem, I don't want it blowing up in my face, right? So we're going to turn up the voltage slowly. This box right here is basically just a step-up transformer. It is going to transform the voltage from 240 volts. I'm sorry, from 120 volts AC to 240 volts AC. What our friends in Europe and Australia and a lot of other countries use, right? And then this is of course the high voltage PCB, and I'll zoom in when we start the test so you can see what's going on. And of course, the fire extinguisher, just in case. You know, for those tests that don't work out so well, right? So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so I went ahead and moved it around a little bit. I moved the high voltage board, kind of leaned it down a little bit so you can watch it in case something catches on fire. And I just kind of moved the voltmeter next to it so we kind of squeeze everything in the shot. So what I'm going to do is I'll turn this thing on. And I believe this switch is on. I don't remember. Anyway, I'm going to turn this on, and then I'll just start turning up the voltage. You'll be able to watch the voltage going up. When it gets to that red line, that's 110 volts. I don't know if you can read that or not. And so that'll be around 220 going into the controller. And then I'll just keep going up until we get to the 240 volt mark. Now I can't really, if I had another meter I could monitor it a little better, but in fact that's a good idea. Maybe I should see if I can dig something else up. Hold on, I'll be right back. I went to the shop and grabbed my meter, and this is rather embarrassing. I've had this meter for 20 years probably, and I usually take much better care of my equipment than this. It's been sitting down in the shop on a shelf, and it looks like maybe it got a little bit wet from the rain. You know, kind of blew in between the cracks of the building or something like that. Anyway, this thing is like covered with, I don't know what that is, black mold? I can't really tell. But I did turn it on, and it looks like it still works. So there you have it. I'll clean it up after the video. I'm not going to do that right now. I was going to use it to monitor the high voltage. So let me plug it in here. So I plugged it into the high voltage side, and all right, looks. The shot seems to be a little dark for some reason. Hold on for a second. Let me see if I can fix the lighting. Okay, so I kind of manually set the backlighting. I think the automatic gain control is getting messed up with the glare. But anyway, this I think you can see everything. I'm looking at a monitor over here. Trying to make sure that you can see what's going on, because yeah, we want to capture everything on camera, right? If it's going to blow We want to see it. So, okay, here we go. I'm just going to turn the power on. And it's set all the way to 0. I'm just going to start turning up the voltage. And as you can see, we're up to about 20. Now this is the 240 volt side going into the controller, so we should get to 220 here. You can watch the voltage down here. I don't see, we should be able to go, I've tested it to the 120 volts, so we can go ahead and dial that in real quick. There we go. Okay, so the controller does not seem to be, oops, turned on. There we go. I was wondering what happened to our 5 volts. So it was not. Okay, so we're at 120 volts AC. The high voltage board is doing good. I knew this worked. I already plugged it into the wall and tested it, so I knew that part of it was good. All right, so now the big test. Can we get to 240 volts without smoking anything? So here we go. And we're going up and up and up and up and up. All right, so now we're at 110 volts. Well, approximately, whatever this says. And we're at about 2. We can drop it down to 2. Whoop. All right. So we got 220 volts AC going to that thing, and it's still supplying 4.995 volts. So that's great. So I don't see anything smoking. That's a good sign, and so this is looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and crank her all the way up to 240. Whoop. There we go. And it's a winner. Great. So yeah, I'll have to check for some hot spots. I'll probably let it sit for a little bit just to kind of, if anything's going to get hot, I'll be able to know. I'll be able to see if it's getting hot. But for the initial turn on, it's a winner.
Don't forget, you can support the Muxall Open IoT channel by donation using a credit card and PayPal, or by purchasing products at the Muxall store. Details and links are in the description under this video. Well, that's it for this video. If you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up, that helps, and hit the subscribe button, that really helps. If you have any questions or comments, post them in the comments under this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.